just the country itself is, they have a lot of rumors just because it's a super clean country, or at least they try to be. Like with fines for chewing gum or spitting, you know, they're really strict, but they're not going to, like if they see you spitting, oh, they're going to slam, you know, a 500 sing fine on you, you know, but they'll be lenient or whatever. Sometimes they really don't even care, but if it's blatant, you know, that's when they kind of get after you. The gum thing, you know, I could sneak in gum all the time. Like sometimes I'd forget, like it would be in my backpack, and I'd come from Malaysia like on a visa run into Singapore. They wouldn't know, and then I'd just be in Singapore for a couple of days, and then I'd have this gum, and I'd be like, oh, you know, you can pop it in your mouth and chew it, and it's not a big deal. Nobody really cares or sees anything. No one's going to call you up and say you have gum. But if they, you know, they kind of see you sticking it somewhere, they might tell you to like go throw that away or something. Missionaries all the time, they would get packages from their parents that had gum in it, and that's when they would usually catch it, is when it's in the package. And so they would send the office elders to go pick up the package, and they'd call them up. They're like, hey, you have, you know, something in the package you're not supposed to. And so like, oh no, what is it? So they go and they find out it's gum, and they're like, okay, you have to destroy this. This can't go in the country. And so they just open up the packet, and then they'd have a bucket of water, and then you'd have to drop each piece individually into the water, like yourself. They would make you do it and watch you do it. And it was a little odd. I didn't understand that, but it was kind of funny that they would make you do that. So it's like a statement, you know, you can't have gum, but that's really the only time they enforce it. I did have a little heart attack one day when I stepped onto the MRT. It's like a subway with a open can of 100 Plus. It's a tonic drink they have there. It's like a Sprite kind of thing. And it was an open can, it was empty, you know, but it was open, and like you're not supposed to have food on the MRT. And it says, it's like right in front of me, there's placards everywhere. It said $150 or 150 sing fine if you're drinking or eating on the MRT. And so I just made sure, hold it like right next to me, like keep it away from my face, you know, make sure I wasn't drinking it. They have cameras everywhere. But, you know, I walked in and out with that thing and no one said anything. So that's kind of a general misconception. It's a very clean city, but it's not like cleaner than, I don't know. It's clean, but it's not like dirty. You know, there's trash on the ground sometimes, and you pick it up. It's just like a normal town in the U.S. They had some interesting ones. One was no urinating in the elevator, because that seems to be an issue. And I didn't know about this kind of thing happening, but it generally happens when someone's you know, a bit inebriated. So they have ammonia sensors that are about 6 inches off the ground on the like lining the floor, and it'll go off and it'll take your picture, you know, and so they'll find you that way. So that's kind of, it's a joke. There's little keychains that have that kind of thing on there. It's like a 300 sing fine if you do that. Singapore itself is just because it's an island, it's very rich. The economy there is doing quite well, but because it's an island, there's limited space. And one thing that's people don't realize is it's very expensive to be there. And you see all the time when you're in Singapore, you see these very nice cars driven all over. You got Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, all sorts of exotic cars. If you know what a Bugatti Veyron is, there's one that's rumored to be running around there. But the thing is the car tax, you know, to be able to buy a car, you have to, it's a 200% tax on the car itself. So you get like these expensive cars that are like $1 million worth, and then you're paying 200% tax on that just to keep it. And then they make you get rid of it 10 years later. Like it, so they keep up with the health code kind of stuff, like the emissions tests and stuff like that, so they can keep up. And just to, you know, make sure that people aren't leaving junk or cars on the island and taking up space. So they kind of have things like that, which I understand, but that's, you know, that's kind of extreme. an extreme thing that Singapore has. The cleanliness laws, there's all sorts. You can look them up, but I can't remember all of them.